For Nairobi City County, the Honorable Edwin Sifuna. Honorable Sifuna, you may now proceed to ask your question.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. It is good to see the CS for lands. As you're aware, we have very many pending questions for her ministry. So this is question number 43. Could the Cabinet Secretary disclose the current holders of the title deeds for the parcels of land registered as number 1 LR number 18282 in Kasarani constituency, which comprises 1,000 plots allocated to squatters in 1989 through a government squatter resettlement scheme, LR number 209/4844/124 brackets 619/33 in Makadara constituency, which was designated for use by the Mbotela Charcoal Dealers Self-Help Group, and lastly, LR number 78/811 in Makadara constituency, which was designated for the Buruburu Phase 5 Community Playground. B, what is the ministry doing to safeguard the rights of the legitimate owners of these parcels of land and to address reported cases of fraudulent claims and encroachment in respect of the said parcels? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Very well. Honorable CS, you can answer that first question. Question number 043.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Directed by the former chair. Maybe you didn't need to read this document verbatim. It's a big volume. So maybe you can paraphrase and go to exact points where you think the member for Nairobi will be able to understand. And also you can help Yambit to know whether maybe he is satisfied or not, then also it is important, since he also has familiarized himself with the response. Proceed, Honorable CS.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think the volume is because of attachments that are quite a number. The first question by the Honorable Senator for Nairobi, Edwin Sifuna, my response, Honorable Chair, to save time, I will not repeat the question, is that I would like to state as follows: LR number 18282, measuring 7.1668 hectares, originally formed part of LR number 11344, measuring 2277 hectares. It was registered in the name of City Council of Nairobi. In 1992, the City Council of Nairobi leased that number, that land parcel 18282 to Messrs. Broadway Limited. That was in 1992. The land was leased for a term of 9 years, with effect from 1st of April 1992 at an annual rent of 88,000. And we put the lease document as an annexure to this response. Honorable Speaker, the lease document between the City Council of Nairobi and Broadway was registered at the Land Titles Registry at Nairobi on 30th August 1993. On the same day, 30th August 1993. There is a challenge there. The property was charged in 1993, Honorable Chair, to Kenya Commercial Bank Limited for a sum of 10 million, and we put the charge document showing the status in terms of that borrowing by the Broadway Limited. On 26th of September 2024, the State Department for Lands and Physical Planning received a letter from the Director Assets Recovery Agency stating that the agency was conducting investigations into suspected case of money laundering in respect to, I believe, of the company that is the registered owner of this parcel, one on the properties in question, and the parcel number was therefore put under caution or restriction under section 76. Honorable Chair, we have put in the letter in respect of that request by the assets director for assets recovery, and therefore the property is still registered, however, in the name of Broadway, because the question in terms of asset recovery was about investigations into money laundering aspects by the company. I want to state that that is the current status of that parcel, and we have not yet lifted the restriction, and because no request has come, I believe the investigations in terms of in respect of money laundering are still going on. That is the respect. I believe that was the last question in that respect. I don't know whether the Makadara one, I'll wait for. Yeah. Honorable Speaker, I think there is number 212, which is land number 209/4844/124, Makandara constituency, which was designated for use by Botera Chaco dealers. And that is the question, the response. My response, Honorable Chair, to that question in this respect of this question, Honorable Chair, we have a survey plan. The acreage is 0.2926, that is page 2 of my response, the last paragraph. The land is measuring 0.2926 hectares, and it is depicted on survey plan number FR 310/52. A copy of the survey plan has been attached for that, for as part of the exhibits in this particular matter. Honorable Chair, this parcel came about as a result of subdivision of RR number 209/4844, measuring 17 hectares or 17 hectares or 40.9 acres, which land was registered in the name of the City Council of Nairobi. In other words, this is a subdivision of that parcel. The land was registered at the Land Titles Registry as number IR 15371, and we've attached a copy of that. City Council of Nairobi cost 209/4844 to be subdivided into 75 portions, which portions were then leased out or given out to various entities and people. Honorable Chair, that parcel now was leased by the specific one, /124, by City Council of Nairobi to Messrs. Kimemia Engineering Construction Company Limited for a term of 99 years with effect from 1st of February 1953. The transfer was registered at the Land Titles Registry, Nairobi, as IR number 822769, as evidenced by entry number 94, and we've attached that register. A copy of the lease document is attached. The land has since been converted into parcel number Nairobi block, because this is one of those under the Land Titles Act is for conversion under the Land Registration Act as Nairobi block 55/127 in compliance with the law. A copy of the land register and an internal search are marked number 7, annexure number 7. Finally, I want to say, in respect of that parcel, The land is now converted into the number that I have stated, Nairobi Block 55/127, and it is private property leased or by way of a lease to Kememia Engineering Construction Company Limited. I think that could be sufficient for that. And then there is the further question, number 3 of question 1, error number 79/811, again in Makandara constituency, which was designated for the Buruburu Phase 5 community playing ground according to the question. The response, Honorable Speaker, is that I wish to say that Buruburu Phase 5 sits on Nairobi Block 79 and not LR number 79. Records held in the ministry reflect or show parcel number Nairobi Block 79/811 shows that the said parcel was planned and surveyed as an open ground during the planning and survey of the estate. The land parcel measures 0.0685 hectares per survey plan number FR 159/16. We've put an extra there, the survey plan, an extra 8. Honorable Speaker, my ministry records show that there is no allotment in respect of that parcel, and it therefore remains an open ground for the community or for public use. Finally, allow me, Honorable Speaker, to say that in total, those parcels, that is Nairobi Block 209/4844/124, which is now Block 55/127, and then Nairobi Block 79/811, and 188, the first one that I started with, 82, are vested in the Nairobi City Council government. The county government is responsible for planning, surveying, and allocation of the parcels of land registered in their favor. The role of the ministry is to register land rights upon determination by the county government. In other words, once we receive a lease allotment or allocation, then we proceed to register, but we don't determine who should be allocated. I believe, Honorable Speaker, I have responded to the first question with its 3 components.
Thank you, Cabinet Secretary. Senator Sifuna, supplementary question.
Speaker, my proposal is that the CS should move to part B of the question, then we take the supplementary answers, questions from there. There is a part B there of the same question. What is the ministry doing to safeguard the rights of the legitimate owners of these parcels of land and to address the reported cases of fraudulent claims and encroachment in respect of the said parcels?
I thought I clarified in the last part of page 3 of my response, where I say that the role of the ministry is to register land rights or allocations forwarded by the county government or any other authority or individual owner. And therefore, I believe in respect of the Buruburu parcel, the parcel is for community land use or community use for public use. It's an open ground. The other 2 are actually privately owned. So therefore, if I do not then see what else Honorable Senator requires me to do. I thought the main concern is whether they are still held, how the holding, the property held, that do I am able to demonstrate the registered owners. And then the last one is in the name of Nairobi City Council. Basically, it's an open ground, and obviously it can be subject of encroachment. It can be, but as of now, it remains and our records show that it is an open land. These are the kind of properties that get grabbed, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Sifuna.
Yes, Waziri, that was exactly what my concern is. And I was going to request that there is what the ministry knows in the office, that this plot in Buruburu Phase 5 is an open ground, but then there is what is on the ground itself. I was going to request, Honorable Speaker, that the CS dispatches officers from her office to go and ascertain whether the position that she has reported here about the piece of land remaining an open land, a play area for the residents, is actually factual on the ground. Because we are looking at her ministry. When we see encroachment there, some of these people move around with pieces of paper purporting to be from the ministry. And I am sure you have anti-fraud measures that you've put in place as a ministry. So the residents are expecting that you come through for them as a ministry to curb what is actually happening on the ground. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Sifuna, the said ground in Buruburu, is it ground vested on Nairobi City Council, or it's still held by the ministry?
Honorable Speaker, you can see from the response that it is open ground and it is vested in the City County of Nairobi. But that is the reason why we come to the ministry. This CS, we have interacted with her on many properties in Nairobi, including Tomboya Social Hall. And her ministry was very, very instrumental in ensuring that the people of Nairobi get back that property that is leased. Most of these problems, I admit, come from the county government of Nairobi. And we depend fully. Our only hope is actually in the Ministry of Lands, because the county is the originator of the problem. They are the ones who issue these allocations, and we depend on the ministry to set the record straight about the ownership of some of these parcels. I thank you.
To set the record straight, or to assist in making sure that it remains with the City Council of County. CS,
well,
please proceed.
Yes, thank you. I think...
Point of clarification. Yeah, what's your point of clarification?
I just wanted, Speaker,
can we
to respond to the Honourable Senator in respect of his question.
What clarification are you seeking for? Because it's a question raised by Senator Sifuna. She needs to respond. From Senator Sifuna. Then you will wait and ask your supplementary question.
No, it's not a question. It's a clarification. There are two different
things. Let's allow him. We hear. What is your clarification?
My clarification is in her answer, she says that the role of the ministry is to register land rights upon determination by the county government. So my clarification is that open area, has it been given other land use, maybe